Transitions. Scenes. Whoops. It's 30. Let me see something. View channel. This one.
Are you having trouble trying to keep up with your professor? You've got to try Otter. Here's how it works. Let's say I'm in class. I just hit record, and as you can see, everything I'm saying is turning into a transcript as I talk in real time. Because Otter is transcribing everything.
Title.
Are you having trouble trying to keep up with your
Okay, and then here is where we write our text. I'm just going to put my name in, Tom Rollins, and you've got a few different settings down here, and that fits into that corner nicely. So you might want to try that for your picture in pictures. You can also add text to our live streams as well. Let me show you how you do that. So we've selected our main camera here, and that's where we want our text today. We hit plus, we go to text. Let's call this Tom title. Okay, and then here is where we write our text. I'm just going to put my name in, and let's just call this one main camera. Now for this main camera, we now need to specify which sources we want to have used, which cameras we want to have used in this scene of the main camera. So we're going to go ahead and press the plus button over here on our sources. And here, I'm going to choose video capture device. We've chosen video capture device, and we get to rename it here if we like. I'm going to rename this to MacBook webcam. I've just got the webcam today. And now we get to specify which camera we're going to link here to this video source. So if we click here, you can see I'm pretty limited with my choices because I've only got the one camera hooked up, which is just the FaceTime HD camera, the built-in camera on my MacBook. And most modern day computers will have the same. They'll have a built-in camera. So you should at least have that. If you do have other cameras connected to your computer, then they will show up here and you'll be able to choose those. But today we're going to choose this camera. Hello, it works, here I am. You can see the preset here is set to high. That's great, that's what we want. You can see there are other options there, but we're down that way. Okay, so now you can see we've got our main camera here and we've got our presentation here, which we can click between in our scenes nice and easily. There's one other scene which I think you might find useful, and that is creating a screen share. Quite often people might want to do that if they're live streaming, so let's go ahead and do that. Hit plus to add another scene. I'm going to call it, you guessed it, screen share. I'm going to go OK, and then over here in our sources, add source, display capture. I'm happy with display capture. You actually can't call it the same as your scene, as you'll see. If I add source, display capture, I'm happy with scenes nice and easily. There's one other scene which I think you might find useful, and that is creating a screen share. Quite often people might want to do that if they're live streaming, so let's go ahead and do that. Hit plus to add another scene. I'm going to call it, you guessed it, screen share. I'm going to go OK, and then over here in our sources, add source, display capture. I'm happy with display capture. You actually can't call it the same as your scene, as you'll see. If I try, it said name is already in use, so it's got to be something different. So even if there's a gap between there, that might work. Okay, so it's automatically hooked up to the screen which I've got running at the moment. Now I actually have two screens going at the moment. Lucky. So let's go ahead and see if it works. If I turn it onto the other screen, cool, it does. So let's hit OK. I'm really happy with that. Now I can switch between all my different scenes. Now, as you can see here, my second display screen is actually really large, so it doesn't quite fit into the screen we have, but you can easily just resize like so and bring into line so it fits our screen. Perfect. And over here, I can move around easily on my screen and easily navigate like so. Another really cool tool you can use through scenes is picture in picture. Let me show you what I mean. First, you go to your screen share. You want to duplicate that. Screen share video, and then you can see it's duplicated it and created screen share with video over here in our source. Now we want to change our source to video capture device. Again, choose your camera. There I am. Hit OK, and as you can see, it's put me on top of that screen share. Now you can resize your camera there. You can bring it down, move it around to wherever you like, and then you can move between your scenes like so. You might want to go full screen, you might want to go back to the screen share video in the corner, or you might get sick of looking at yourself and show the audience the full screen that you are sharing. Now there's one last scene I'm going to add in here which I want to show you, and that is video. It may be an intro video or just a show reel or something like that which you may want to add into your live stream. So let's just call it video.
Oh, okay. I don't understand what that's doing. I don't get it. Cool. Sir. this up. That. Neat. How do I minimize this shit? Bro, I just had it a minute ago. I hate this. Fuck. What in the world? You know what now? Auto transform. Neat. So now I wonder, 'cause I could